that you guys are saying. It's not that I'm ignoring you. Just come back at 11 or after 11 and we can talk about whatever you would like to talk about. But for this 1 hour a week, my attention is going to be on the guest in the box. Now, if you're commenting something related to what they're talking about, then yes, I will respond. Another rule is when you guys are gifting, doesn't matter what gift, you can throw a dragon, you can throw a jet, you know, hit a bonus on a wheel, and I'm supposed to just keep talking like this and pretend like I'm not seeing anything. So if you've ever been on a show and somebody hasn't said thank you for gifting and the show's featured, that is why. But that is also why, yeah, I don't follow that one. I can't help it. I try really hard. But that's, you'll see me going like this, or you'll see me wink. That's like my subtle thank yous. And then again, I'll thank you for the gifts, thank you for the favorites, but more importantly, thank you for your time, because you can get more gifts, right? But you can't get more time. So that being said, my rule here is positive vibes. No negativity. It's not, I don't tolerate it really anyways, ever, because the more negativity that y'all let into your life, the more negativity is going to continue to come into your life. So I just don't. I have a teenager and a 24-year-old and an old dog. It's all the attitude I can handle in this lifetime at this moment. Okay. And my 94-year-old grandma, she's got hella attitude too. But that's it. So if y'all are coming at me on here, y'all are coming at my people, you're going to be removed. So just remember, guys, stay positive, engage in conversations. And, you know, not to mention, I do believe this app is called Meet Me, where you're supposed to like want to meet people. And last time I checked, I don't know about you guys, this is totally my preference, right? But I like to meet people that are nice. Wait, what? I know, guys. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. So you're telling me that if I get on this app and I'm not an a-hole to people, and then if I'm nice and I'm true to myself and who I am, then I'm going to find the people that I can vibe with and we're going to rock it out and have a good time? It sounds too easy. But it's a fact. Me, middle-aged mom, hot mess express, all aboard. Choo-choo. I don't know what I'm doing 5 minutes from now, what I did 5 minutes ago, okay? So we just go. We kick it, right? Like the kids are alive, they're fed. You know, that's all I got. That's so those middle-aged crazy moms are a lot of who I hang out with, right? Not everybody can be everybody's cup of tea, y'all, but negativity is not necessary. Now, we're going to do what I call a Q&Q. It is a quote and a question, and then we'll get honey in the box here in a couple minutes. Please answer this in the comments, guys. Cool Moms Club. Look, I don't even like the Cool Moms Club. I'm a crazy mom. I'm a BA mom, a bad ASS mom. I'm okay, fine. I'm cool, but if you ask my kid, I'm not cool. So to use that word is like, you know, she does not think I'm a cool mom. She thinks I am a complete loser, and that I have no idea what it was like to be a teenager or what it's like to grow up, because I've never done that, guys. I was unaware that I skipped that phase in my life because I somehow remember it very, very clearly, but she seems to think that I was born an adult. And then I never had to go through the teenage years. And then, and so, you know, I just, anymore I roll with it. And she's learning if she really wants to have my advice or to learn, or if she needs, you know, that she's got to stop and like admit that, you know, I'm not a complete dummy like she so thinks. Yeah, but they're probably under 10. You are the shiznit until they're like 11, and then they start with the little attitude, right? And the little bits of like the eye rolls are what get you first, right? Like, and you're like, excuse me? You're like 8. Calm down, right? Yeah, see? Now wait till he's 12, 13. That's when the like hormones really start to kick in. And once they kick in, you've got like 5 to 6 years of hell, teenage hell, But seriously, teenagers are freaking mean. I love my daughter with all of me, but teenagers are just really mean mini adults. Who can't control or regulate their emotions because they're going through puberty. And I don't know about any of y'all, but I'm in my mid-40s now, and my hormones are all over the place, and sometimes I can barely control them as an adult who's been through it. So for her, she's lucky in that this was my reminder to what it's like to not be able to control your hormones, but I at least know what's going on. I at least know that in the heat of that moment, it's gonna pass, right? But like as a teenager, you break up with a boyfriend or you lose your favorite hoodie, and it like literally feels to them like it's the end of the world, right? But you and I have been through stuff, and we're like, you're gonna find another hoodie next week and you're not even gonna remember that one. But in that moment, you can't tell them that, right? Because the world is crumbling around them. But all right, so dude, and that's what I told her, she's lucky she's not a dude, because I would never buy her a hoodie, because the girlfriends would just take her damn hoodies, and I'd be broke as a joke with their $80 hoodies on their ex-girlfriends, because teenagers. I told my son, I'm gonna put a chip in all the hoods of your hoodies. So he kept losing them. I don't think he necessarily gave them to girls, but I think that he'd go places, and because back then he was a troublemaker and he'd lose them. Thank you for the faves, guys. But so don't worry where I am. I'll tell you when I get there. Let me repeat that. Don't worry where I am. I'll tell you when I get there. What one place on earth would you transport yourself to right now? Oh, I love all the oceans. Hi, Brett. Hi, Rav. So if we want to go with the answer, Bora Bora, Australia. I want to see the coral reef before it's gone. Turks and Caicos, Tahiti. Oh man. Okay, so those, yes, I am all for any of those beautiful spots. If Boop can come with me, but I'm long overdue to meet this woman, so I would transport myself as we sit here right now to Boop's living room, and then we could go wherever the hell we wanted. But that's where I'm at right now. Long overdue to meet my friend. I'm just saying. We have tried to plan stuff. Things keep falling through. It's not worked out, but I'm done. I'm done with it not working out. Look, it's cool, dude. It's not that I don't want to meet you. Boop is my longest running friend that I've not met. So y'all just need to calm down. She's first. All right, honey, it's 10:15. You ready to get in the box? And we'll go 15 minutes each. I got my spiel in. Yes. No, one of my guests has to box. I don't have my other device to remember all. I can't. Match me to what? Honey, are you still here? Are you ready? All right, request the box, love. We'll get you in and start chit-chatting. I've done enough. Guys, remember, stay positive. Don't be an idiot or you will be removed. So cut it out, as Joey Gladstone would say. Hello. How are you?
Oh, I'm good.
That's good. That's good. Thank you very much for being willing to be on my show. It's nice to meet you. Oh, get in there. I haven't seen that one yet. It's so cute. I like that one. All right, so I guess let's dive in since we are a little shorter with 3 guests this week. And what are we going to be talking about today?
So the lesson I had put down was stating that it's okay to be selfish by putting yourself first, because I've had times where I put others before me, and I've put other people's feelings ahead of mine instead of, worrying more about myself and well-being. So
I don't think that I don't think that's considered selfish simply because, and I always kind of go back to the whole airplane thing, right? Like if you're on a airplane
hmm
and something happens, they tell you to put your air mask on first so that you are able to continue to assist other people. So in life, I definitely, it took me a long time to learn that I can put my feelings first, and if I don't like something, I'm allowed to say no, and that's
right,
okay. You know, like if somebody invites me somewhere but I just don't, I'm allowed to say no. You know, like that was huge for me, a huge turning point in my life. What point was it, do you think, that made you realize that you are allowed? Like, what was there, any one specific moment where you were like, you know what, nope, I deserve to put me first?
I think is I just felt like there was I can't think about a specific moment, but I do feel like there was a time where a lot was happening at once in my life. Um, I wasn't seeing a lot of friends around, or there was too much like drama around people that I was around, and I just one day just stepped back and was like looking at it from outside, looking in, and was like, wow, I was here for a lot of you all. I was like that person that you needed if you were sad about something. I was always the person to let people tell me about their feelings or how they felt, maybe about me or something in general. And then when I was just like, man, why am I always an open ear? And why am I always there for you when you call or text or anything of that nature? And I was tired of it. I think when you get that feeling of you sick and tired of being tired. I just got tired of always being there for somebody. And then when it came to me needing somebody to, talk to, everybody goes mute, everybody goes quiet. And then it was just like, oh, you know what? Nah, I rather just let me worry about me now, because if you're not there for me like I'm there for you, why am I always there for you? Why am I always constantly available for you? So I just say, you know what? I'm gonna start being available for me.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. um Something I try to remind my daughter, you know, because I see sometimes that there's kids that'll reach out to her, but then, you know, you see she's having a bad day and she's like, you know, I don't have anyone to talk to, mom, can I talk to you? You know what I mean? And I've told her, like, I understand that in life it's not 50-50 all the time, sometimes it's 80-20, but you have to rotate that. So like overall throughout life, it should be kind of the balance, right? um and I tell her, if these people are not gonna be there when you call, but you're always there when they call, that's not fair, you know.
Right.
And so I try to explain to her that the world is give and take, and at the end, you're going to get what you put in. And if you're not there for people once everybody grows up, I feel like they're going to see that, and then eventually people are going to disperse because you don't reciprocate the feelings and the respect.
Right.
So if you could look back and tell your younger self anything, what would it be? I like to ask that question.
Mm.
It's a hard one, right?
Right, because it's so many things. I feel like when I was younger that I am like, um, it's okay to ask for help.
Ooh, that's a
Um,
good one
I
too.
can say this because when I was younger, I think if I knew about therapy as a child, I would respect it more as an adult. So, as a child, for me, they're used more like a weapon instead of something to actually go for. I was an angry child. I had a really bad temper, and I probably didn't understand where a lot of that was coming from. So when therapy would can come about, therapy was used like, well, only crazy people go to therapy, and you're crazy and you're angry. And I'm a kid, so I don't know what any of that means. So anytime I would hear therapy, it would just be like, crazy people do that. And I'm like, well, if crazy people go to therapy, I know I'm not crazy. I'm not going to therapy. But now as an adult, I see that it's different, but I still shy away from it at times because I'm like, I still have that mentality that crazy people go to therapy. So I would definitely, as a kid, tell myself it's okay to be like, you know what? Let me look more into it. Let me ask for help. So maybe it wouldn't, as an adult, doesn't transition into the angry kid from a kid to an adult.
Yeah. I feel that to the kind of to my soul because I was a very angry teenager and in through my young adult years, and unfortunately I didn't know how to handle it, and I turned to a lot of really stupid things myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day I just was like, what am I doing? And that was the first thing I did was for the first time in my life, I reached out for serious help, and I admitted that I needed to talk to somebody and I needed to talk through things because I was feeling all these feels that I didn't understand. And I did 3.5 years in therapy, and it changed my life. It really made me see a lot of things differently. And the worst but best part was when you get to talking and they
Mm-hmm.
make you talk through things you didn't even remember bothered you.
Right.
And then it's I don't know, guys. Therapy was really something that, as much as I hated to admit that I was in it for a long time, it saved me. It saved my
Mm-hmm.
relationship with my daughter because I wasn't angry with nothing and just, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
therapy is not for crazy people. Therapy is, in my opinion, for people who just need, like you said, a little help. You got to work through it. If we were meant to work things through ourselves, therapists wouldn't have a job. And if you don't have a therapist, maybe you've got a really smart, awesome friend or sibling or cousin that you talk to, and it's just having somebody to talk through things with. You know what I mean? But all right, well, we have a few minutes. I will ask a couple questions more about like who you are in just a minute. But was there anything else that you wanted to add to the topic to share?
Um, just general. Like after I wrote down, I think for me, after I wrote down the lesson, I just kind of like, reflected back and was just like, there are definitely times where I just felt like I definitely could have, maybe not 100% say like I needed. I don't know. I guess I could have asked for help too, like in the sense of saying like putting myself first. I also probably could have asked for help. I feel like sometimes when I'm always the front runner to be the person that people always ask questions to, that I forget to ask for help, or if I forget to say, you know what, hey, I'm also dealing with something. Can you be the shoulder I cry on? I think I also mentally had the expectation that if it was sent out, it would be reciprocated back. And I mean, now I feel like because I know what my self-worth is, and I know that I'm always going to be that caring person despite how I may think I'm always somebody's person to talk to. I know I'm a caring individual, and I know I'm always going to be there for somebody. But when it's time for me to say, listen, it's about me today, and I cannot be available to you, I know when to say no. I know when to just be like, listen, I need me. I need my me time. I need my space. This is my square, and I need to stand in it. And I need you to find somebody else to talk to.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right. So before I let you go, can you let these folks, guys, make sure you're favored in honey. If you're just tuning in, this is Lessons Learned. I'm Silly Lily. We meet here every Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But when do you stream? What are your streams like? Do you have any other events, auctions, shows coming up?
Yes. So, hi everybody. I'm Queen Honey. My name is changed by now. I have a pending feature show called How Geeky Are You? It's every Monday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I test knowledge. I test players' knowledge on anything geek related, the world of geek. This coming up episode would be DC Comics. So if you're interested in checking it out, you can come to my stream Mondays at 11, or you can go to my YouTube page. I do have some previous episodes. I also have an auction on April 27th with Top Badge Coley Cole. No, I think it's 25th. April 25th with Top Badge Coley Cole. And other than that, I stream usually after nighttime. So if you ever need somebody to be around at 11 p.m. or 12 o'clock at night, I'm your person. Oh, yes. And I am also on Backwards this Monday at 9 p.m.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. That was an amazing message, and I appreciate you. And we'll be coming and check you out. Thank you, Queen Honey. Have a great Friday, honey.
You too.
All right. So, who was it that had to go last? Which puts the other person second? I think Ghosty second, and then. All right. Here we go. I'm not used to the three of them, so I'm like through. It's got me all like, how are you?
I'm back.
Welcome back. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, actually.
Awesome, awesome. So because we are cut short on time, I am going to let you just dive into what we're going to be talking about.
Today's lesson is never give up and always strive to be the best of yourself.
I like that one too. So what made you pick this topic?
So around last year, I was trying to figure out a good idea for me to do on this app to gate a future show. And I went through 3 different show ideas. None of them added up until recently. I started putting this show together that now we're going to season 2. And now we're on the verge of it being featured. I've been working so hard with it. Admins are now talking with me about it.
Nice. I'm excited for you. I love my show. Like, this is that one thing every week that, like, it keeps me together. This is the hour a week that keeps me together. You know, listening to you guys, and like every guest helps teach me something. So I'm very excited for you. Yes. I love it. I love it. You'll have to let me know. When is the show? What, do you do it now, or is it like, are you doing practice run?
We do it now. We just had season 1. We just wrapped up season 1 this past Sunday. Season 2 starts on this Sunday.
Nice. What time on Sundays?
6 p.m.
What time?
6.
Ooh, I can probably be able to make it. I get off work usually around 5:30, so that's exciting. I don't get to catch a lot of the shows on the weekends because I work doubles on Saturdays and then Sundays all day. So, all right. So, I had a question and I completely just lost it. It just like I know that once we start talking, eventually it'll come back to me. Good morning, guys. So Ghosty, was there any times throughout the struggle of making the shows that you felt like maybe this isn't going to work, or
Yeah.
you know, and then what was it that made you push through? Because I know for me, I questioned myself a lot before I started this show. And when I first started the show, I overdid everything to the point where I stressed myself out, right? So for me, I had to learn to let go to enjoy it, right? Like it went from where I just let you guys pick the things. I don't always know what we're going to talk about, but I try to know just in case it's a super serious topic. I'm not like, it doesn't hit me, catch me off guard. But I had to just believe in the process. And once I was able to believe in myself, that I can get through no matter what. It's been one of the best things this has been one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
So for me, for the past year, it's been me questioning myself, self-doubting. I've been getting in my own way. And then I got a perfect team put together, and we all came up with revising a former feature show,
Okay.
but putting a different label to it and a bunch of different twists.
Okay.
And without the team I got, I probably would have given up after 2 episodes.
Yeah. The people you surround yourself with really means a lot. It really, you supporting yourself. I think let's kind of do a little spin on that, guys. When you are doing something, like I had Emoji J, and I had a lot of you guys who are sitting in here right now when I first started. And you guys just showed up every week, and you were there, and you didn't let me quit, and you got me through my oh my God, freaking out moments. I don't know. I can remember when I first started, nothing about my show was a calm demeanor. I was nervous. I was afraid I was going to mess up. Y'all, I remember when I had notes, and I would sit down and I'd be writing stuff. And now I'm just like, let's go. And I do. I enjoy it a lot more now that we kind of roll with the punches. But yes, I don't think a lot of people know how much work a featured show is and what really goes into making it work.
Yes, with all the articulate planning.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I'd be lost without Jay, I'll tell you that. And Beard Raiders, she finds a lot of guests. I think Jay said that all 3 of you guys this week she was able to get on here. So,
yeah,
they're both awesome. Both awesome. Let's see, we're at 10:33. They both do. They both really do work hard. I guess, is there anything maybe off app that you can relate this topic to? Because I know a lot of us can relate, but maybe there's folks that don't know too much about the app world yet.
I could totally relate this lesson off app. When I was going for my psychology major for my master's, I thought about giving up and walking away. But with the people I surrounded myself as friends and the professors I was working with very closely, and an internship I did have that I was doing at the same time, they all kept me going, pushing through to the point where I was writing essays and continuing to be the better person of me that I wanted to see.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's crazy how we all face so many hard times, and the people around us are what push us through, and I think for a long time in my younger years, I was definitely surrounded by the wrong people, and I didn't push myself because they didn't push themselves, and they didn't care if I pushed myself, and it was they just kind of suck the energy right from you. But oh, I forgot to turn the sound off. Sorry, guys. Okay. Thank you, Booyah. Whoops. But I think that just a lot of what I'm hearing is that you got to surround yourself with good people, and good people are gonna, the good people are gonna want to see you do better. And I think that that's a lesson a lot of people I think have learned the hard way. You want to surround yourself with the cool kids or the popular kids, but at the end of the day, you need the people that are going to push you to be a better version of yourself. And 9 times out of 10, I found that in the quiet kind of geeky corner, right? Like all the kids sitting there and they push each other to do better, right? They're not focused on style or their hair, or their shoes or their clothes. They're just trying to be better people. And that was where I eventually found my place after I gave up on trying to be one of the cool kids, because I wasn't going to be one of the cool kids. He knows the featured show rules. God, your birthday's in a few days. Jesus. This year's flying by.
It is.
Flying by. Flying by. So do you know, did they tell you when your show's gonna be featured?
Not yet. They want one more episode.
Okay. So
And
it'll
then-
be soon then. It'll be soon. If
Then
they're
they will make their decision.
awesome, awesome. Any of you guys ever hit a point in your lives where it was the people that surrounded you that got you through your next steps?
All the time.
You know, and it sometimes it is. Sometimes it's just having that positive friend at work to get you through that shift, you know, when you, like for me, I'm a server. So sometimes I just, like yesterday, the meanest lady, she was this cute little sweet looking old lady. Man, was she mean. Guys. Ooh, it took a lot. Like she almost had me crying because, and you know, and but I had the server that was cracking jokes, you know, the cuter they are, the meaner they are. And she just kept, and she got me through that table. But y'all, I've never had somebody as mean to me as this little cute old lady was. Snapping her fingers, smacking on the table, banging her cup on the thing. Like, y'all, I'm right here. Like, you're not my own. That's for after the show. That's but my point is I needed people to get me through that because I wanted to yell at the old lady, and I went back and yelled at the other server, not yelled at, but vented too, you know. But all right. So is there anything else that you want to add to this topic before I ask you a couple questions about who, you know, your streaming and stuff and more about your show? No? All right. Well, then tell these fine folks, guys, first, make sure you're favoriting Ghosty. If you're just tuning in, I'm Silly Lily, and this is Lessons Learned. We meet here every Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But tell these folks, when do you stream? What are your streams like? We know you've got your featured show coming up, but do you have any other events or shows you're on?
So I am starting to stream more every day now. So you guys can catch me live pretty much every day from 4 p.m. to whatever time I decide to get off. Because I got kids, they come first in the afternoons. So I got that. I got my show called Unleashed Voices, a singing show with a twist where you, the audience, have the say. The audience is the voting.
Okay.
Then got my first ever Battle Royale tonight at 10 p.m. So guys, just make sure you guys can pull up if you guys can. Drop those ghost emojis. That's all I ask for. I don't care about the gifts.
That's what I always tell everyone. They seeing my emoji more than anything else is what really makes me, you know, sorry to interrupt.
And big shout out to Babe Raider joining and being one of my first ever admins. And I got an auction May 4th hosted by Jubilee. May the 4th be with you. And then, of course, we got Live Fest.
Oh, you're gone. I'm going to try to get there next year for sure. This year's just a no-go. I did pick deep sea fishing instead.
I do that every other weekend.
Well, I don't get to do it because I live in Ohio. So,
I'm out of Florida.
Look, let's go. I'll go. I'll pay for all the gas and
I
stuff.
have a boat.
I love fishing, but
I have a boat and I have
unfortunately,
my deep sea water license.
I didn't know that. Well, I guess
Wow.
I'm coming down. We'll plan something. My dream fish is to catch a mahi, and that's like
We're actually doing a fishing trip on the last day of Live Fest.
dang mammoth. I wish I had known this now before. No, you probably have a full boat already. But
16.
Nice. I'm so jealous. That's I would sell everything I have if it meant I could move south and have a boat. But, well, yes, boob first. No matter what I do, boob first. Boob. I already got you, girl. I've known her for 4 years and I've not got to meet her. We've had constant stuff just, get in the way, and So we are dead set that we are going to meet this year if it's the last thing we do.
Definitely do it. Friendships are rare on this app, but once you have them, treasure them.
I'll be honest. I've got quite a group of really awesome people that, T, Cool Dude, Boop, Stabby, Jane. I mean, I could honestly go on, Bella, but I have y'all, the people that I have over here regularly. I don't know what I do without. Britt, like, there's so many. I could not sit here and name them all. But all right, guys, go see. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. That was a great topic. Definitely coming and check out your show. I can definitely do the Sundays at 6. So, guys, come check it out with me. And I hope you have the best day ever. Have a good
one. Get up here, my brother.
Bye, honey. I like going to support the newer shows and getting the word out there, because it's not easy to get it started, but it's definitely worth it. Yeah, Bella, there's James, T, Cool Dude, Boop, Stabby. I mean, and I know that I'm forgetting tons. Brett. Who else is regulars over here? Tiss, as much as he drives me nuts. Ditzy, McDreamy. Yeah, I mean, see what I mean? Like, and like Mia, I know you're sweet. Fred, I know Fred forever. Damn it, guys, there's so many of you. All right, where's my next guest? Where's the end of the show? I see you, but I don't see you in the box. There you are. No, you're all a pain in the derriere at some time. You almost made me say a bad word. Jake. See, I told you I was going to forget them all. Yeah. Good for nothing.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fucking great. And yourself? I'm so great. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I just did the same. No cussing during the featured shows, and both of us.
I know. I'm sorry. So sorry. Just literally slipped out.
I know. See what you started, T?
I blame you. It's the chain reaction. You started it, and then it made me go. I'm like, oh wait.
I was the first one to fall victim, and you were the second.
Oh,
so.
See, it was a chain reaction. It was a chain reaction. Is what it was.
Chain reaction. All right. Well, because we are a little cut short on time, let's dive right in to what we're going to be talking about today.
For me, it's this lesson I'm going to be talking about that I had to learn recently was the strength to continue.
And what made you pick that topic, sweetie?
So this is going to be a little bit hard for me. Not gonna lie. Anyways, just like a little under 7 years ago, me and my ex-wife, we split, we divorced, and then like we were still separated. And at the time, me and my son moved out of the room that we were like, he was young at the time, so he was still sleeping in the bed and whatnot before he got his own bed. But after that part, it was learning how to do everything on my own because my kid's mom isn't really in his life. Even when she was here, she wasn't in his life. So there was no help from anything. It was just me learning how to do this, something that I've never done in my life on my own. And it wasn't easy for me. And I had to finding the strength to continue was not easy. Even when I saw my son's face every morning, just stuff was shaking me so badly. And I just, I didn't know if I could continue. But I had to find the strength. No matter what I did, I had to. Because I have a kid that looks up to me every single day. And I cannot fail. I can't. Failure's not an option for me. It never will be. So I'm going to continue to push on because of this kid. And now I'm streaming and everything. I'm having a lot of great people in my life. And it's just crazy. It's just crazy how this is only my 4th week on this app, and it's going insanely fast. I can't even comprehend what's going on sometimes. now it's just my not just my son that gives me the strength, but there's I'm not gonna lie, my main supporter, my everything, you all know her, y'all right there, her Nene Chula, she's been there every single day from since day one. She's always there for me. She's literally gives me strength that she has no idea she gives me. And it's just amazing to see people like that give you support when they've never known you and stuff like that. And it's just like the strength that I get from the energy from people is incredible. And that's what allows me to keep pushing. That's what allows me to, that's one of the things that helped me get through my divorce and get through everything with that and moving on and being a single father and trying to move on and trying to find someone else that actually knows what it's like to really be something in someone's life. And I just, well, they want to party and do drugs. Well, I mean, I'm sorry. I was a kid already. I did that stuff when people are things that people do now at 21. I was doing that in eighth grade. I like, so this partying thing isn't anything for me anymore. So when that's what she wanted to do, I was like, you know what? It may not be what I want, but I mean, I'm still gonna support it. If that's what you want to do, then go. By all means, go.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's crazy when you look into your kids' faces, the strength that it does give you. I know there's been a lot of times in my life where, you just, life gets you and you really need that push, and you come home from the worst day you've had at work, right? And you're ready to like just melt down. And the kid, mommy, runs up to you, big hug, and it's like it melts the rest of the day away,
yeah, most definitely.
But there's also the moments, where kids are in sleep and you're in your head, and then you come to the app and you do find people. But it is hard to find the people who are true, because there are people that want to try to find the not as strong people to tear them apart, right? You have to be careful for that, right? Because hurt people try to hurt people on this app. So finding the right, and so I tell people, if you are who you are, you'll find your vibe tribe. And once you get in that rhythm, and once you find that one or two people that are just supportive and just care for you for who you are, dude, that roller coaster is amazing from there on out, right? Like,
yeah, most definitely. Yeah, and I know I forgot to mention a couple people earlier, but my boy, what the F, my homegirl Jazzy, like they're like all they want from me is just to see me succeed and be happy, and it just blows my mind that people that don't even really know me can sit there and just back me up the way they do. And it's just mind blowing.
That's what got me. Like, I got on this app and I was not a confident person. I didn't believe in myself a lot. And having these folks here, they, like, I got on here and that was the one thing I promised myself. And I was a lot more shy when I first started streaming because I'd never done it. I didn't know what to expect. But I don't think it took very long for me to realize, like, I can be who I am. I can be loud. I could be goofy. I could tell my really bad jokes, and these guys still laugh. Like, and they show up, and they keep coming back. And after about a year of streaming, I was like, these guys have come back to my stream almost every day for a year. They, and then it was about a year into streaming for me where I was like, wow, people really do like me for who I am. And then I took that to the real world, and then I was like, it's a lot scarier in the real world because you can't just block them if you know what I mean? Like, hit the X and they're gone, like, but it gave me the strength to push myself more in the real world. This app took me, a quiet, shy, totally insecure individual, to this loud, obnoxious pain in the butt that you guys all know today. But I love who I am today because I believe in myself, right? Like, I'm not perfect, and that's okay. But I know that I can come here and I can talk about whatever I want, whether I'm venting about my teenage daughter or my terrible boss or my crazy dog or talking about how much I love grandma and she drives me nuts, but whatever, you know, they're always there. And they're not negative. They don't tear me apart. They don't have negative stuff to say. We can banter with each other. And I had never had that before. The app gave me
I get that.
The app gave me that. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I've met some really rotten souls.
Yeah. I get it.
I've met some rotten souls and manipulative, narcissistic folks, but these guys that are down here, especially the ones in the comments with the red, they're just, I don't know. I'd be lost without y'all. I guess that's all.
No, I get that completely.
You know?
I wouldn't. I don't even know how I would do streaming if I didn't have Sheila there the whole time. Like I wouldn't even know or understand, like be able to concentrate, because it was the transition for me in my streaming, because I used to be a heavy cigarette smoker. So smoking cigarettes and tree was two of the things that helped me get through my streams. Like I would finish a bowl, smoke a cigarette, and probably go 3 in a row, then smoke another bowl and just keep continuing. And that would go on. I would go through almost 2 packs a day. It was getting bad. So I just I cut back a lot. Like this is only my 2nd pack in 3 months. Nice. And I haven't, and normally I would have finished it like that. So having people in there like to help me with that transition has actually like made it even like I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten real strong bonds with these people now, and it's crazy to me that it took an app of streaming to meet these people, to find out that there's such genuine people like this in the world.
And then there really is, and it's, you know, they're all over the world, and I think that's one of the things I love about the online stuff. Like there's a lot of stuff I'm not so very fond of, you know, like it completely consumes my life at this point, or it had for a while. I'm not as much now. The addiction to all of this is rough. But now that I've kind of got like the even keel schedule, you know, where I've got the real world, the online world, and then work.
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah, I got you.
The balance, right? But yeah, this app definitely helped me come out of my shell, grow a lot of confidence, and be true to myself.
Yeah,
they call me out on that. They've called me out on a lot of my, like, what are you doing? You know, and I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. You know, I get called out. Keeps me in line.
No, I get that. And that's honestly, that's why I've liked my streaming so much, because I came from another app that was nothing but toxic and drama all the time. Every stream, you never found one single stream. And then I came here and I ended up, right, I can't remember where I even met What the F, but I met him through my friend Hoodrat. And next thing you know, I'm hanging out at his stream, and I was just like, yo, you're actually a chill person. Like we started talking, and we just started vibing right away, and you know, it was instant, easy friendship. You know, we didn't have we just instantly just we're laughing, having jokes, and just doing what we do. And next thing you know, he's like, have you streamed on an account that you're on? I'm like, yeah, but it was like maybe once. He's like, has it been within 90 days? I was like, yeah, I literally just started streaming yesterday on this my first real stream. He's like, crap. I'm like, why? He's like, I could have got you on a trending boost. I'm like, I really don't want to do that again, because I already had been recruited at one point in time for that stuff, and I was just like, I really don't want to do that again. And I was just like, so then I struggled with it. And then my friend Tyler, an admin that's on here heavily, she was the one that talked me into it. So I was like, you know, and next thing you know, I'm messaging What the F about it, and next thing you know, I'm talking to Brody. Next thing you know, he offered me MSN. I couldn't be happier that I'm with them, because it's like literally that's who I am. It's just music. I love music, even though I don't sing or play instruments like them, but music is literally what drives me. And so being a part of them, I'm just like, yo, I've met so many selfless and chill people, and just hanging out in his box and just chilling. Like everybody's so warm, so welcoming, and they're just happy to see you. Like, and I'm like, you don't even know me. Y'all don't even know who I am. And it's like, yo, this is crazy that this, like, y'all can be this real. It's just like, yeah, MSL for sure, bro. Like, it's just.
It's positivity breeds positivity. Negativity breeds negativity. And once you're one of those people that learns, just kind of like I said earlier, like I have enough negative baloney with dealing with a teenager, a 24-year-old, a 94-year-old grandma, and my dog. I don't need to allow any more negative baloney into my life. So I just don't. I am very quick to cut it off, because once you learn that the positive energy that you put out is what you're going to get back. I mean, don't get me wrong. You run into your occasional Karen. You can't help that. Okay. But 95% of the time, that positivity that you put out into the world is going to come back. If you're negative and you're mean and you're rude, you're probably one of the most miserable people that I've ever come across, and I'll pray for you. But you're the only one that can change that, right? Like,
exactly.
So if you're one of those people that just is constantly got this boohoo, bah, and you want to talk smack about people so you feel better, stop. Walk into a stream and be positive. Talk positive and watch how your life changes. It's crazy, but it is that simple, guys. You get back what you put out. And if you're a positive person, you're going to get positive feedback. If you're a negative DICK, you're going to get that back. And it's crazy. It's crazy that you're, just how you act and what you put out can change so much in your world. But we're almost out of time. So is there anything else that you wanted to add to this topic before I just let you ramble a little bit about who you are and your stream and stuff?
Just never give up. That's the only thing I could tell anybody is never give up. Never, ever give up. You can find the strength within yourself because it's inside you. You just have to find it, because you can be told all day how to do it, but it's just like leading a horse to water. It can take you there, but I can't make the horse drink it,
Yep. All right. Tell these fine folks, when do you stream? What are your streams like? And do you have any other shows or events coming up?
Well, I'm the man, formerly known as The Flash, formerly known as Flashy, formerly known as Squirt for Flashy, and now I am Foreplay. This is actually my name change. Shout out to True Like, and then she took my 200, and I'm this name for a while. That's why some people are gonna call me Squirt or Flashy or Foreplay now.
All different names.
It's random, yes, because you don't know how you met me at, or what name change you've met me under at some point. Now people know me as Bend Over Sundays, now Lusty. Anyways, my streams are just, honestly, I listen to music. I'm gonna start drawing again once my back is fully healed. I'm gonna start workout streams, but I always stream Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. PST to 1:15 PST, same thing. And then other than that, like, we've been doing trivia lately. I play video games in here. I do everything. Like, honestly, there's no set thing that I do, because I my biggest thing in there is comedy. And with that being said, I am on Key to Success this next Thursday. I'm made it to the second round, and my theme is the 90s. So I'm preparing something for that, and I have to, I'm probably more likely gonna get a cardboard and then just draw on it, so that way my puppets can interact with it and have 90s infomercials playing in the background or something like that.
Oh God, good old 90s commercials.
Yeah. But see, that's just because of the theme too. So I really want to put as much 90s into it as I possibly can. Like everything possible to the T that can be 90s in any way, the references from any little bit that I can do. And this is only gonna be my second time actually doing this, because the first time I just went in there, I just flew off the handle and just whatever happened. I don't even remember half what I said. I just know I was entertaining. I had all the judges laughing, so I was like, and there's all the notes were the same thing. Use sock puppets. Use puppets. Use puppets. Use puppets. That was my only note. I was like, all right, bet. If you're telling me that's the only thing that can make my stuff better, then please believe that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna do a little bit more, just going a little above of what they told me. Like give them a little bit more to see, instead of just my two puppets interacting with each other. And I am gonna be trying to showcase at least 5 voices with multiple sounds and whatnot. And so it's a bit to remember a lot, but that's also the reason why I've been rehearsing it in my head.
When is this?
This is next Thursday. I want to say I can't remember what time his show is again. Give me a second.
All right, guys, make sure you are favoriting Lusty Stare up here. Also Squirt, also Flashy, also a bunch of other stuff. But
Foreplay is the name I am here. I have rebranded. I've rebranded completely, but I can't stop people from knowing my former names. You know what I mean?
but whatever he goes by, guys, make sure you favorite him. Go check him out. Next Thursday, I'm going to assume the show will be on the Instagram. Let's keep a lookout for it. Try to go check him out. I'm not sure. No one under 18, I think, is the emojis, so you can go spam that.
Actually, my emojis are the finger and the taco.
Okay, got there. So go spam that.
I'm not going to explain that. Shout out to What the F for helping me rebrand, but we're not going to describe that here.
All right. Yeah, not on the featured show. All right, and thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate you. All three of you guys did awesome today. Thank you. Have the best Friday.
Shout out to Emoji J for having me up in here. Thank you as well.
Guys,
appreciate you.
If you're just tuning in, you missed an amazing episode of Lessons Learned. I'm Silly Lily, and my three guests were absolutely amazing today. I can breathe. You're welcome. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hanging out. It's not me, it's the guests that make the show. You know, I could sit here and talk about whatever, and I've got plenty of life lessons, but it's the guests that are willing to make themselves vulnerable for us. You know what I mean? Like, that's what really makes the show. I don't feel relaxed. I am excited. My plant's new leaf opened up, though. You want to see? Hold on. Oh, my land's up. Both of them did. This is the new leaf right here. And this is Spotsylvania. She's beautiful. Look at her. Look at her. Look at the beauty. Look at this. Just look at her. Look at her. They're not elephant ears. It's a Spotsylvania. It's a Monstera. And then this is my little stingray allocation. Look at this one opening.